It is the year 96 CE when the Roman city stands on the brink of a creative revolution that will redefine its soul. After years of harsh rule and unfair control from various emperors, the city's inhabitants are weary and hopeful for stability. The Senate buzzes with whispers of dissatisfaction, and the military grows restless. Yet, amid this confusion, a new leader emerges in Rome, poised to alter the course of history. This period begins with Nerva, who initiates the transformative journey from a harsh to a wise ruler. So this period of Rome was defined by justice, wisdom, and prosperity. Nerva, Trajan, Hadrian, Antoninus Pius, and Marcus Aurelius had the most remarkable impacts on this city. It is the period where peace and cultural brilliance go hand in hand. That's why it's called the Golden Age of Rome. These 5 emperors significantly built roads, bridges, and monuments that proved their vision and legacy. Let's start with Nerva. When he rises to the throne in 96 BC, after the ruler's assassination, he faces immediate challenges. The empire is reeling from years of abuse, but the protectors were still loyal to some of his loyal fallen emperors. To secure his position and restore stability, he makes a bold decision: to adopt Trajan, a respected general known for his military success and gaining popularity among various troops. His act of adopting a capable successor, rather than solely relying on his bloodlines, is undoubtedly a clever and revolutionary step of this time. So we can say that he sets a great example for future employers, that their leadership can be based on merit rather than mere heritage. Nerva's reign period is one of the shortest ones, only for 16 months, but still he laid down the foundation of stability, peace, and prosperity that would follow throughout the future. During this significant period, Nerva implemented several important reformations for the city, whose main goal is to improve the lives of the common citizens. He introduced land reforms that provided many poor people with a roof over their heads, and reduced taxes to ease the burden on those who were earning livelihood from their homes. Also, he plays a vital role in permanently reducing harsh and cruel punishments to ease the lives of many people. His adoption of Trajan ensures that his fair ruler era continues even after his death. These reformations in different sectors help him a lot to earn him goodwill among the people. He becomes weak and ill due to old age, so at the beginning of 98 CE January, he suffers from a stroke and dies shortly. In 98 CE, Trajan took over the throne after Nerva's death. He is also considered one of the greatest emperors, a man who combines military ambitions with administrative intelligence to achieve a visible transformation. His rule lasts 19 years, during which he expands the empire to the greatest territorial extent. However, his military campaigns in Dacia, which is known as Romania today, were very effective and contributed immense wealth to Rome through conquest. But we can undoubtedly say that Trajan is not only a conqueror, he is also an exceptional builder and administrator. He understands that an empire needs a solid infrastructure to succeed in the world. Under his rule, Rome saw an extent in its construction projects, such as roads are built to connect various regions and provinces, bridges are constructed to supply fresh water to cities, and monumental structures like Trajan's Forum and Trajan Column are established as symbols of Roman grandeur. Overall, the ruling period is proof that good governance can lead to the success and prosperity of the city. He implemented policies that improved trade and commerce throughout the empire and promoted economic growth that benefited all the classes of the society. Moreover, he conquers new lands, making the Roman Empire bigger than ever. Also, he creates welfare programs to provide food and money to the needy and make the Roman army stronger and well organized. His famous quote is, "I'm not a man who seeks glory," highlights his commitment to serve the people rather than focusing on seeking his fame. In 117 CE, while returning from a military campaign, Trajan fell seriously ill and died in the city of Selinus, which is now known as Turkey. Trajan Hadrian came to take power in 117 CE after being adopted as Trajan's heir. Hadrian is one of those who is known for his efforts to consolidate and strengthen the empire rather than further expand it. He orders the construction of the famous Hadrian Wall in Britain, a massive defensive wall marking the northern boundary of Roman territory. He believes that peace can be only maintained through strength within existing borders. Unlike many emperors, he traveled a lot throughout the empire, visiting provinces far from Rome and leaving behind architectural wonders whenever he went. One such masterpiece he reconstructed is the Pantheon, which is the temple dedicated to all the gods. He also makes significant changes to Roman law to ensure great fairness and equality among citizens. His legal improvements protect individuals' rights, which is a progressive move that reflects his belief in justice power. Beyond his administrative achievements, Hadrian is also a contributor to arts and learning. He admires Greek culture and searches to integrate its ideals into Roman society, a combination that enhances both traditions. Despite facing civil disorder during his ruler era, one of the most notable one is the Jewish revolt led by Bar Kokhba. Hadrian maintained stability across the empire through his intelligence and strategic governance. In 132 CE, the Jewish is one major uprising against Roman rule during the Hadrian reign. It all started because Hadrian banned Jewish religious practices and planned to build a Roman city over Jerusalem. Led by Bar Kokhba, the Jews fight fearlessly and even create their short-lived state. However, after 3 years, the Romans crushed the disobedience, killing hundreds of thousands of Jews and banning them from Jerusalem. This leads to great suffering and forces many Jews to leave their beloved homeland. Now time decided to bring down the ruler of the Hadrian period, as suffered many years of illness that included heart disease and kidney disease. In 138 CE, on 10th July in the final year, he went into depression due to long-term illness. Hadrian named Antoninus Pius as his successor before his death. Antoninus Pius ruled Rome for 23 years. This period is also known as when trade, diplomacy, and unity promoted lasting peace in Roman history. Fortunately, unlike previous emperors, Antoninus Pius faces no major challenges, wars, or rebellions during his empire, so he is making the most of his opportunity by focusing on internal development, strengthening infrastructure, promoting education, and ensuring justice and equality throughout the empire. Under Antoninus Pius, public welfare programs flourished, schools were funded, roads were repaired, temples were restored, and trade routes were expanded across the land and the sea. His commitment to justice went far beyond legal improvements and laws. Antoninus Pius ensured fair treatment for all citizens, regardless of social status. He successfully built great governance during his golden age, so people will remember him with good words. While Antoninus Pius may not have been as militarily ambitious as Trajan, and also not as culturally inclined as Hadrian, but still his mind and hands always ensured continuous prosperity across Rome. His legacy builds on peace rather than conquest. He proves that rulers can protect their empires without any major war or damage to their people. Moreover, he introduces new laws to protect slaves, orphans, and the poor class. His reign was remembered as peace, stability, and economic growth, making Rome a better place for its people. At the age of 74, he is not saved from the evil of illness and old age. He is extremely ill due to a high fever after eating too much cheese. Before he dies, he gives his last command, "Stay at your post," a message of duty and responsibility. Finally, the era has come where both emperors ruled Rome significantly: Marcus Aurelius and Lucius Verus. Marcus Aurelius became emperor in 161 CE alongside Lucius Verus, his co-emperor. Marcus Aurelius is often called the Philosopher King due to his deep devotion to Stoic philosophy. He was a guiding principle throughout his life. His work in meditation offers profound information into leadership, duty, and resilience, values that defined his empire during the most challenging time. He is facing numerous challenges, including wars along the Danube River against occupying Germanic tribes, a harmful curse that swept through the empire, and economic strain caused by continuous military campaigns. Despite these challenges, they both remained committed to serving Rome effortlessly with his strong thinking to devotion. They lead armies personally on campaigns despite harsh conditions. Also, they practice modesty despite holding ultimate power and always prioritize justice even amid crisis. As Marcus Aurelius is a follower of philosophy, he promotes philosophy education alongside literature. Also, work on education spread across provinces and made efforts for cultural exchanges strengthen Roman society further than ever before. So this reign is marked in history not only as a golden age, but also as a perfect example of the unity and resilience of two emperors and a reminder of adversity and prosperity. Marcus Aurelius wrote Meditations, a famous book on wisdom and leadership. He strengthens Rome's borders by fighting off Germanic tribes working to improve laws, education, and the economy. These 5 emperors transformed Rome into one of the most remarkable empires in history. Each left a different mark on governance while symbolizing values such as compassion, fairness, and wisdom. The legacy they continuously shape to inspire leaders today, showing us how effective governance can create lasting peace and prosperity. Their achievements in law, military strategy, and public welfare shaped Rome's golden age. Even centuries later, their leadership serves as a model for strong and just rule. As we reflect upon this golden age filled with achievements, we wonder what challenges lie ahead for Rome. What forces threaten this era built upon unity strength? Does destiny want to continue its establishment, or there is something big change waiting for its turn?